This is Never Down, Never Out with T.R. Matson. This podcast is about discipline when motivation fades, resilience when things get hard, and showing up when quitting would be easier. No hype, no shortcuts, just the mindset required to build something real. One day at a time. Let's get into it. Welcome back, T.R. Matson. Coming with the heat last time. We'll see if that continues today. Again, thanks for tuning in. Never Down, Never Out podcast. Coming at you with episode 80. 80. We're close to 3 months of doing this, folks. 3 months of being on this journey. That's crazy. 3 months. So thanks for sticking with it. I know there's been ups and downs and highs and lows, and you get what you get with me, I guess. So here we go into episode 80, how to stay locked in. This one might not be that long. I think it's, for me, I'll give you what works long term. So, but it's important, right? How to stay locked into your what you're working on. And, you know, if I go back to my flight school days, and it really applies to anything, you know, whatever I was working on, whether it was writing a book, this podcast, getting my wings, getting my master's degree, like whatever, it applies to all of them. But there's going to be ups and downs. We've talked about that, right? I mean, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be things that are easy. There's going to be things that are hard. There's going to be external factors. You're going to have support. You're going to have haters. We'll get to that. Episode 91 starts the next section. And boy, are you going to hear some stories. So stick with me. But you're going to have all that. And somehow, if you want to be successful, you have to stay the course. So how do we do that? How do we stay the course? How do we stay locked in when all of these external and sometimes internal factors are attacking us, right? We're walking down this road, as I've talked about before, and we want to get to the end, but we're constantly being bombarded by external factors, external feelings, people that don't think you can accomplish it, people that don't support you. There's a million variables out there that are coming at us every day. But then add to that all of our internal self-doubt. We start to question, you know, is this really where I'm supposed to? If there's so much working against me, maybe this isn't the path I'm supposed to be on. Have you ever thought of that? I know I have. So how do we stay locked in? How do we defend against all of this internal and external conflict? Keep going. And in my opinion, it's simple. Clear goals. That's it. Clear goals. Every time in my life, I have truly been trying to accomplish something substantial. Losing weight, getting my wings, getting my master's, writing, podcasting, parenting. Clear goals. Clear, easy to digest, easy to remember goals. Because if you've ever been on a long run or a long drive, I've done this a lot, driving, not long running. I moved a lot when I was active duty in the Navy and went to school in Texas, spent a lot of time in that part of the country. And I'll tell you, when you're on a drive and you're just on a straight road forever, I mean, and I'm talking the parts of this country where you're on a straight road that just goes off the horizon. Been on them. That is mentally difficult. Because you know the time. I could look at the GPS. I know when I'm going to be there. It doesn't matter. But what I'm looking at through that windshield, I'm looking at a never-ending drive because I can't see anything except straight. The same thing happens when we're trying to accomplish something. We need clear, concise, and easy to remember goals. If you could do that, then in those moments, whether it's internal or external, whether it's your own self-doubt or your circle that doesn't support you, or adversity, setbacks, all of that, if you have those goals to go back to, it's achievable. How do you stay the course of becoming a pilot when every time you get in an airplane, you physically throw up? I mean, think about that. Think about 20-some-odd-year-old me coming back from a flight, exhausted, with my bag of vomit, having not completed the flight, having to then go get debriefed so I get all the paperwork filled out that I had a physiological incident that will go in my record so every instructor that ever sees me will know. And then when all that's done, I get to walk alone across space to the physiology building, strap into a chair while they spin me around again, and likely I'm just going to throw up again. All knowing that tomorrow I get to do it again and again. How do you stay the course in a situation like that? Clear goals. Clear goals that I could remember. I had stared endlessly at Navy wings of gold. They're beautiful. Whoever designed them was a genius. They're shiny, and there's an anchor in the center that is steadfast in these beautiful gold wings that will be with you wherever you go. That image was burned into my mind. That image of those wings were wings that so few people ever get to pin on their chest. But it was burned into my subconscious that even in the worst times, even when getting yelled at by instructors because I wasn't progressing, because I couldn't concentrate, because I was throwing up, I could see those wings. I could see that goal at the end of the road. And it helped me stay the course. You have to find your wings of gold. Whatever those are for you, for what you're working through. You have to find them, and you have to burn them into your subconscious so strongly that at the absolute worst times, at your absolute worst, when everything is against you and everyone is against you, and your whole mind is self-doubt, self-deprecation, when you're on that road that just goes off the horizon, you need to find that image of whatever it is and go to it. Lock that in. Drown out everything else. Because at the end of the day, when I sat in my room to study after a day filled with vomiting, getting yelled at, either barely completing a flight or not completing a flight, and I sat there at my desk in this studio room, Vance Air Force Base, the image in my mind was one thing. It wasn't the instructor who was upset. It wasn't that bag that was filled with my stomach contents. It wasn't the aviation physiology department that felt bad because I wasn't getting over the air sickness, but they had protocol they had to go through. It wasn't my squadron mates. It wasn't my friends that got me through it. It was the vision of one day my parents pinning those wings of gold on my chest. That was it. And if you could stay the course, if you could stay locked in, it's the only way you're going to achieve it. Like we talked about yesterday, there's no light switch. If it's worth achieving, you're not going to be able to just go flip a switch and get it. So no, there's going to be hard times. That's inevitable. They're not going anywhere. So embrace them, right? In the military, we would joke, embrace the suck. If you can get good at dealing with the negative, and you could stay locked in and still see that goal, you're unstoppable. You're on fire. Nothing on this planet can stop you from achieving it. So today, as we talk about this, as we round out our second section of this course, this podcast, tell me, what is your wings of gold? What are you etching into your mind that will be there to help you stay locked in and stay the course? You've got this. I know you do. Do you know you do? Let's talk tomorrow. Never down, never out. If this episode helped you, don't just listen, apply it. Progress is built in what you do after the message ends. Remember, never down, never out. I'll see you tomorrow.